Question 8 asks us to write the following linear equation in standard form. The first thing I'm going to do before I get to that, though, is I have y equals x divided by 2 minus 4. I'm going to rewrite that x divided by 2 as 1/2 times x. If you remember from the last section, if we're dividing by something, it's the same as multiplying by 1 over that. So I can have y is now equal to 1/2 times x minus 4. Okay? Same exact equation, just looks a little different, and I like that just to move things around a little easier for me. Second thing I'm going to look at now is my pattern for standard form. Notice we have ax plus by equals c. I want my x and y, my variables, on the left-hand side of the equation, and my constant term c on my right. Currently, I have y on the left, and then x and a constant on the right. So I want to take this x term and get it over on the other side of the equation. To do that, just like we balanced, I have a positive 1/2 x. I'm going to take that 1/2 away from both sides. And so I'll have a negative 1/2 x from both sides. And remember, we want our x term first. We want ax plus by. So I'm going to put my x term here first in my equation. So I'll have negative 1/2 x plus y is now equal to negative 4. 1/2 x minus 1/2 x is 0. Looking at my equation now, I realize that I have my x and y on the left side, my coefficient on the right, my constant on the right, sorry. So that's done. My pattern's met. However, I now need to check to see if a, b, and c are integers, meaning no fractions, no decimals. Right away we see that the coefficient in front of x, that a term, is a negative 1/2. And so to get rid of a fraction, I'm going to multiply everything by the denominator of that fraction. In this case it's 2. So I multiply my entire equation by 2, again distributing to every single term. 1/2 times 2 is 1, so I'll have a negative 1x. 2 times 1y, remember if there's no number in front of a variable, that stands for 1. 2 times 1 is 2, so I'll have 2y is equal to negative 4 times 2, or negative 8. So now all my a, b, and c terms are integers. My last step to check is to make sure a is positive. And looking at this equation, we again notice that our leading coefficient a is negative 1. To flip that to a positive, I'm going to multiply everything by negative 1, so I take the opposite of everything. The opposite of negative 1 is 1x. The opposite of a positive 2 would be a negative 2y. And the opposite of negative 8 would be a positive 8. So I have my ax plus by equals c pattern done. All of my a, b, and c terms now are integers. And my leading coefficient in front of x, the a term, is now positive. So my final standard form is x minus 2y equals 8.